Cause I was hearing some stories in World Star about some stuff about, the size of his thing. And I was like, yo, that must be something else. He must have had surgery with that too.
Why?
Because like World Star, you know how those girls used to come out with their stories about the rappers and stuff. And one day I read a story on World Star or Media Takeout or something when they were saying about the sexual encounter that they had with him, and they said he had a big penis.
And then you said,
and I know he never had one. You said that's all them years when he was with me. So he either had a surgery or it's a clone, like they say, because like he never. Now I ain't say the sex wasn't good, but he never have a big.
Fellas, don't this sound familiar? You leave a bitch, now all of a sudden your dick little. Now you ain't shit. Yeah, you're broke, you're dirty. Yeah, we know how this is. So this right here is an L. This is basically bitter ex rant right here. Bitter ex baby mama, bitter ex-wife. To all of them, all our dicks little. L.
So I don't know. It's some suspect with the situation. Like I stated, when I saw him in 2010 at Patchwork, it was like a operated Gucci. It wasn't like I didn't see him through his eyes. Like it didn't seem like he was in there. It seemed performative. So,
okay. This is an L for a few reasons, but the main reason is, what the fuck is this clone shit? That's an L right there. If a motherfucker starts talking to you about clones and shit, bruh, you answer it just like Tasha did just right here. You say, okay, and then move on. Because what the fuck? Hold on. See, I think what it is the word clone. Let's move away from using that word clone, all right? Because you do have stunt doubles and people that doppelgangers and shit like that across the world that, I'll put up a few examples right here. But to say a motherfucker is cloned, bruh, L.
There is a letter to you addressed from Gucci. He was in jail. Okay, dated January 12, 2006. Roderick Davis, 901 Rice Street, Atlanta, Georgia. Fulton County, baby. And it reads, LaFleur to the death, baby. I love you by Gucci Mane. We have the handwritten letter. Girl, you better put this on eBay. Child, you made some money.
Okay.
I love the way you love me, he says to you, McBreezy. I love the way you hug me. I love the way you kiss me. I love the way you touch me. And if you were to leave me, I don't know what I'd do. I wonder, do you love me as much as I love you? Look at him, he's a little poet.
He's a poet.
Gucci. Okay. I love the way you smile. I love to hear you talk. I love the way you smell, and I love love me, and I love me the way you walk. I couldn't imagine what his letters were like to Keisha while he was in jail.
Yeah.
I know you think you're sharing me, but there is no one else, because I will solely show you have me to yourself, says Gucci Mane. I love your dedication. I love your personality. It's easy being Bre-Z, nor easy being Gucci. It can't be easy. Okay, he said it can't be easy being Bre-Z or easy being Gucci. I love your pretty teeth and I love your big old booty, says Gucci Mane. I love to see your eyes. I love to kiss your thighs. I love that you're a rider and I love to be inside you. Inside you, yeah.
Inside you.
One day you'll have my baby, but you say there's a maybe. But boo, you drive me crazy. That's why you're my lovely lady. Okay? There's nothing I wouldn't do for you. And boo, I swear it's true. Proud to say I love you. And I know you love me too. I love you, says Gucci.
Yeah.
Oh, what did
and
you
it's
think?
more where that came from.
What did you think when you read this? Did your heart melt?
I mean, that's how he was on the outside, so it was no different. Like I said, he treated me like a queen.
Gucci was going crazy, boy. That's a L. That's a L for Gucci right there, boy. That's a crit. That's a crit for Bre-Z right there. Had this nigga saying love, writing love letters and poems and shit. Holy shit. She must have had that fire. So she back in the game. See, she started off strong. Then she started taking a whole rack of damage. But somebody threw a healing potion, a senzu bean. She back. She back in this fight. So let's see what we got here. She got like 5 in the W column with that crit that brought up to 5. You know, she's catching up to the L column, which is at 8, and the DQ is still at 4. Let's continue.
You know, I am who I say I am.
Yeah.
We were in a relationship.
Slang! Come take a picture of these.
Make some copies.
We gotta make some copies. Take it to the copy machine.
They said you were messy, Tasha.
I am. Take it to the copy machine.
They said be careful with her.
Take the picture with the internet. We know we're just dealing receipts. We want to make sure that you're protected and you're not dragged for inconsistencies and stuff. So
I ain't do nothing to that man that he ain't do to me first. It's just pretty like that.
But hitting the best friend is pretty lethal though. I like that.
Okay. So we're gonna put this is a DQ right here because this is a mixture of deadbeat daddy, baby mama, slander, that bitter shit where they always throwing dirt on a nigga name after everything's said and done, all because they're mad and shit. So we don't know who to believe. Because often the dude is taking care of his kids and shit, but just off the books, shit like that, common sense shit. So I'm gonna put this in a DQ because we don't know. That's some shit that we do not know. DQ.
Everybody know Throwback was Gucci, goon, right hand man back in the day.
Okay.
Along Mojo shot.
Can we read this throwback letter?
Can you read it?
I'ma try.
Okay.
He got really good penmanship.
So let me just give you
this is like how when we were really taught how to write cursive. He really took his shit serious.
So he addresses Gucci as bruh, but he gonna explain that bruh is Gucci. So.
He says, it says sis, June 4th, 2006, Sunday night, 10:30 p.m. Was he in the same jail?
Yeah, no, not the
this
same
is in Thomason, Georgia, so he was in a different jail. Okay, so it says, sis, what's up? How was everything going for you and bruh? Last time I talked to you, Lord, see these kids, let me say something real quick. Kids these days can't read this. Why? Because they don't teach them how to write cursive no more. So they don't. They
taught us in school how to
write cursive. I learned how to write cursive in Germany. It was called Danelian at the time. So yeah, like this right here. If I get this to my daughter, she'd probably be like, yeah. See, here's the thing. All right. So last time I talked to you, you was mad at bruh. And he's talking about Gucci. Bruh be tripping sometime. He will always fuck with you. Heard. Okay. You signed to the label.
Heard you signed to
the label. That shit going good, I hope. Well, I was just writing to get on your ass about those pictures. What's up with the pictures, sis? Damn. Come on, sister. It's forgetting about the kid. What kind of pictures he wanted from you?
The girls that he was messing with, my friends, he was asking me to send pictures.
Like naked pictures and shit?
Of them.
Okay, cool. When I'm going to see the pictures, man, Yoko, send me some pictures of the video shoot with Princess and V. For Crime Month. Okay. And Princess, I said, what's up? And try to give Ho my address and gets here if she want me to write. Yoko wrote me twice and shit, but I just don't know, sis. I think she talking me one thing and doing another. What do you think? Do you remember that night and what you did? Ha ha. You lame as hell for that shit. What is he talking about?
I can't tell you.
Nah, tell me.
Nah,
Tell me.
Nah, Tasha. I can't.
Why?
It's gonna get the end of it. Gonna get back to some of the Gucci stuff.
Nah, but
I'm gonna give you some exclusive.
Did you
Tasha.
fuck this dude?
Tasha, no. I tried him.
So is this what he's talking about?
Yeah, he said. Yeah, I tried him.
So this Gucci brother,
yeah.
right hand man, and you basically tried to bust down Gucci's best friend.
Listen. It was funny game.
What's his name again?
Throwback. He go by Young Throwback.
Young Throwback. Okay.
He on tour right now. Shout out to Young Throwback.
Shout out to Young Throwback. Okay, you was trying to throw it back to him, child.
No.
Okay, do you remember that night and what you did? Ha ha. What did you do?
Tasha,
You got him hand?
No. Tasha,
Okay, you lame ass for that shit. You gave that man blue balls?
Do you remember that night and what you did? Wow. She's getting the L for this one right here, right? But holy shit, there's more about this. Like, shout out to Tasha for being able to read that. So she had that much problem reading that, and I had a huge problem just listening to that shit. I could only imagine what the fuck. Look, people that talk like that should not be allowed to reproduce, bruh. And you wonder why. Like, what the fuck did I just listen to? But yo, why is it that the slow bus? You know what? Never mind. Let me just, before I go way left off topic, bro. Let me just L.
Just feel like that stuff that Megan Thee Stallion them and all the city girl be rapping about. That's how I really carried myself. Like, I felt like I was the Mac and I was the prize. Do you know what I'm saying? I was an established artist before Gucci had a career. So I was signed. I had my own record label. I had my own songs on the radio. I was discovered by DJ Greg Street.
Okay.
So I was an already established artist before he was.
W. Big W. See, 20 years ago, that would have been an L. Back then when hoeing around was frowned upon. But nowadays, the bigger the hoe, the bigger the balls. The bigger the money, the bigger the bigger the following, all that shit. These days, being a hoe is being a winner. So because of that, only because of that, she gets the W. Because she's a big hoe. In her words, she was a big hoe back then, right? So she gets the W.